Hey y'all, welcome to Cooks Are Gay.
Hey,
I'm John.
I'm Darius.
And today we're going to show you how we make chicken and waffles. So we're going to prepare the chicken first. We got our cutlets, and we're going to be removing this little white tendon because this is useless and it's disgusting. So I kind of get underneath of it with the knife and start it. But then it's slippery, so hold on with a paper towel and then just kind of scrape the meat off of it, because this gets rock hard and chewy. So that's how we do that. Show you another one. Just get under this little white john here. Then grab a hold of this with a paper towel or a tea towel. Make sure it's dry because the wet will slide apart, which is what's happening now. Oops. This one's a tough bugger. There, I got it. Very sharp knife. And then just work it off. This one's giving me a rough time. Making a liar out of me. There we go. Now you can put these back on skewers once that tendon's out. We're not going to do that though. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to finish these up. We're going to come back and show you how we're going to season it and prepare it for making our waffles and chicken.
See you later.
Alright guys, this is the part where we marinate our chicken tendons. We removed all of the tendons out of them, and this is 2 cups of buttermilk. And then the spices are a teaspoon of salt, a half a teaspoon of thyme, half a tablespoon dry basil, a third of a dried oregano, tablespoon of celery salt, tablespoon of black pepper, a tablespoon of dried mustard, 3 tablespoons of paprika, 2 tablespoons of garlic, 1 tablespoon of ginger, 3 tablespoons of white pepper, and then 2 teaspoons of some kind of seasoning salt. So what we're going to do is mix this into the buttermilk. I know it looks like a lot, but it's really not. All mixed up in there.
And the spices smell really, really good. Yeah.
And then we're just going to stick our chicken in. Make sure they're all coated. I'm going to cover this with saran wrap, or as they say in the Great British Bake Off, cling wrap. Now it doesn't really matter that they're not like whole pieces, because of what we're going to do with them later with the waffle mix. So get them all nice and covered with the spices in there, and then we're going to let it sit for probably, I'd say 4 hours maybe. Then we'll come back and we'll show you. We'll fry them up and put them together with our waffles. See you in a bit.
All right.
All right, we're back. Our chicken's been marinating. So now what we're going to do is dip these in. I mixed equal parts cornstarch and flour. And then we're going to drop them in our oil. Make sure you coat them real good. They should take probably about 15 minutes in the oil. So rather than bore you, we're going to do through the magic of turning the GoPro off. Whoops. Make sure you don't burn yourself or your husband while you do this. Make sure you dredge them really good. And then put it in the oil. This is canola oil. You want to use a flavorless oil, you can use peanut oil. Oh, and by the way, the spices that I put in here earlier are just from a KFC ripoff. So you can put any spices you like in it. I like the 11 spices from KFC, so we use that. So we're gonna take a break, cook all this chicken, be back and show you when it's done. All right, bitches, the chicken's done. Does that not look amazing?
Yes, it does. Oh my gosh.
So now we have waffle batter, and you can make your own homemade. We chose to get the instant kind from the grocery store because it's quicker. We have our waffle iron and a little spray of butter. So what we're gonna do is spray a little butter so they don't stick. And now, because I don't want the chicken to be too thick, I'm gonna cut it in half. I'm gonna eat that piece. And then we're gonna put some batter in here.
So our own chicken and waffles, y'all.
This is how we do it.
Chicken and waffle, y'all.
This is the tits. Now put a little bit of batter back on top. Then close your waffle iron. Now I don't have the fancy kind, so I'm going to press mine. I'm going to cook a little bit because it's starting to ooze.
And that's how you do it.
If I have one of them fancy ones, then look at the mess I'm making. But you know what? We're doing this together.
It's gonna ooze. It's alright.
We're learning, we're doing it and learning. Don't be afraid to get in the kitchen and cook. Don't forget.
That's alright.
We'll clean that mess up later. You know, Julia Child wasn't a cook actually either, but she showed us that it's okay if you mess up, it's still going to taste amazing.
Right.
All right, looking good. Give it a few more minutes. Maybe next time a little less batter. If I had one of them fancy ones that you close and turn over, but I got my cheap ass Cuisinart for $20, $19.99 at Macy's. Not looking good. Take a minute or two more. We've actually made leftover Thanksgiving meals in our waffle iron. I might give this a little flipperoo. Because sometimes the top doesn't get as hot as the bottom, so you gotta play it by ear and which I missed. And that, kids, is how we do chicken and waffle. Chicken is inside the waffle. We put a little butter, a little salt and pepper, a little syrup,
Maybe.
whatever you want. I don't know, some gravy.
Looks good to me. Yum, yum.
So we're gonna get back and make the rest of them, and you guys hit the like button and share with your friends and make us go viral. Come on, bitches, help us out.
All right, bye.
Have a good night.